What's up, everybody? Trinity here, and welcome back to Second Street. The Ten of Swords is here, and that's what we're going to be talking about in today's comic book review, guys. Oof, man, and take a look at this cover I got here. This is the Mark Brooks wraparound variant, very beautiful cover that I got here. There's some things I could nitpick about on this one, but all of them had that. I looked through all the different covers there was there. But yes, the Ten of Swords creation, the prelude to the Ten of Swords, it's here, guys. This is it right here. Now, getting into this book is being written by Jonathan Hickman and Tini Howard. Pepe Larraz is the artist. Marte Garcia is the color artist. VC's Clayton Cowles is on letters. Tom Moeller on design. And Pepe Larraz and Marte Garcia are the cover artists on the regular cover. This cover I got right here is the Mark Brooks variant. And Jonathan Hickman is the head of X. And again, I'll show you those names right here. You can take a look at this lovely 2-page title page. You guys know how much I love these things here on the channel, right? You know how much I love them. So this book right here, this is a very good introduction to the Ten of Swords story arc. If you haven't been keeping up with all of these books throughout the whole Dawn of X series, I think this is actually a pretty good introduction to everything that's going on here, because really what this covers is a little bit of stuff that we've gotten obviously through the main X-Men series and mostly in Excalibur. So if you haven't been reading Excalibur, this is where this will kind of fill you in on some of those things that have happened there. But altogether, I would say if you've been reading Excalibur, the payoff is here with this series, with the Ten of Swords. Obviously, and that makes sense because we see Tini Howard here working with Jonathan Hickman, both writing together. If you ask me, I'm kind of decided that I think that Jonathan Hickman and Tini Howard, I think Tini Howard is Jonathan Hickman's pen name. Hey, I'm just saying, hey, it's only a rumor. But anyway, guys, seriously, this is the payoff between these, with this series, the Excalibur series. I've been reading it. I've kept up with all of the issues. One of the things that series had really strong going for it is the artists that they've had on there. Marcus Toe and Eric Arciniega doing a really good job with the consistency on the art there. What I didn't really like so much was the story itself, like the writing. I'm just like, it has some cool stuff in there that could be really cool. It's just not doing it for me to bring it all in. But there have been issues here and there that I've really liked. And issue number 12, coincidentally, was actually a pretty decent issue, though I will say it was pretty much issue number 11. Like, issue number 11 was covered in issue number 12 in one white page. Something a little bit weird, but I don't know. Anyway, the payoff is here. This kind of like pays off everything that I've been reading in the Excalibur series, because here we are learning about everything that we've learned here throughout these series. That's what's so great about this, is everything kind of starts to come together here, from Excalibur to X-Men. Everything that Apocalypse has been doing with his gates and his experiments and everything is being shown and paid off here. All the swords that we've seen coming around lately, like the Light of Galador and all that, it's starting to come together here. We get a lot more background information. The other thing I liked about the Excalibur series so far is that Otherworld tale. And the thing that's kept me around reading it is because it keeps telling us, especially like I think it was in the first issue where it's telling us that as above, so below, right? It was basically that same kind of premise. And I'm thinking with all of these things changing in the regular world and how we've seen that going down in Excalibur already, how is that affecting Otherworld? Because what happens in regular world happens in Otherworld, right? But different. And we even seen, I think it was issue number 1 of Excalibur as well, where we seen I can't remember her name off the top of my head all of a sudden. She's part of the Coven. She became part of the Coven of Akaba, and But remember in I think it was issue number 1, she basically killed all of her the people that were in her little makeshift coven that she was starting when they were doing that ritual, and remember. Oh man! All of a sudden, I can't remember the Queen of Underworld's name or Otherworld's name. She showed up. and she basically sacrificed him, and they all ended up coming to life in Otherworld and helped her defend once they got there. Betsy Braddock and all of them. It was really kind of crazy. So it's made me wonder what's going on with all of that, because we only see a little bit of everything going on. It all ties together and really begins to make sense in this book. And I gotta say that's kind of it's almost kind of a stinger, really. You know, it almost kind of stings, because like you kept me around for 12 issues just to pay it off. Here finally, like, I mean, it should have been it should be like a standalone series all in itself, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But this story I thought was very good. You didn't have to read all of these other different things going on. If you've been reading the main X-Men title, you should be filled in pretty good for what's going on. If you've been reading anything outside of those, you kind of know what's going on as well. Obviously, one of the things I did a video on not too long ago called The Types of Societies, in a new series I called Krakoa. Totally different story. Anyway, one of the things they were talking about in there is the types of societies, and throughout all of these things, that's been a recurring theme. And in this book, we see a clash of societies coming together, and that's what this all has to do with. And what's weird here is some of the swords that we didn't hear mentioned, some of the other swords that we know there are in play currently. Just some really crazy things going on here with these swords and these societies and everything going on here. I thought 10 of Swords creation, this first issue in this what's supposed to be like 22 issues, was a very good starting point. Now, the one thing I do have to say about this, with this whole, I've been calling it a faux event, because really it's everything that we've been reading. If you've been reading all of the series in the Dawn of X, you're going to read all this anyway. And you only sprinkle in, I think, 2 issues, maybe 3 issues, I think, is it? At the beginning and at the end. So, hey, I ain't got a problem with it, because I've been reading a lot of these. A lot of you guys have been reading a lot of these. A lot of you have been coming here and watching the videos that I've been talking about the Dawn of X, and getting here into the 10 of Swords. I can't wait to hear more from you guys in all of these books and what you guys think about them, theories and things like that. You guys have been so awesome down in the comments below. I really do appreciate your guys' help in all of these X-Men videos. Like I said, I'm no professional or anything. I just like reading these books. This world has really drawn me in since Jonathan Hickman launched this whole thing off with House of X and Powers of X. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Like I said, I think this book was great. I think you should go out and get it. $6.99, definitely worth that cover price. But that's all I have for this video today, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the Second Street Marvel. If you haven't already, please make sure you're subscribed. Click the little bell and all of that good stuff. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs down if you don't. But while you're at it, make sure if you did subscribe that you hit that little bell so you get the notifications, because we're going to be doing some live streams and doing some other videos and things talking all about the Dawn of X, the X of Swords, and everything going forward. And we'd love to talk about all of these things with you. You all have a very good day, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.